This is the most important thing about selling on Amazon, because making $1 million worth of sales does not actually mean that you get to keep $1 million. Cutting down on your product costs are going to be the easiest way to squeeze the most out of each sale with no extra work involved. And it only comes down to 5 really simple but specific guidelines that you should be following when sourcing for your product. Let's get into it. So rule number 1 is to write down everything. I am currently messaging 18 different suppliers on Alibaba that are able to produce this tortilla-looking blanket, which is the product that I want to sell. And there's no way I can remember the details of each and every chat, especially if a conversation is going on for weeks at a time. That's why staying organized is key, and I like to write down everything in a chart like this one. So if I click on the supplier here, Joyling Zhang, I can see the company name, the contact name, which is Joyling, and the product that I'm inquiring about is burrito blankets, and they have provided me with their sizing options. And since I'm interested in larger sized blankets, I'm going to jot down the dimensions of their largest blanket, which is 180 by 180 centimeters. Their MOQ is 1,000 units, and I can ask them to take a photo of their product and copy paste it in this section right here. But the most important part of this chart is the status box. Here I want you to note down which stage you're at in terms of negotiating. So are you trying to lower MOQ, lower the price? Are you asking about customizations? Anybody should be able to take a look at this chart and pick up where you left off. Rule number 2 is to always negotiate, but not right away. You want to give it a day or two before countering their offer. This makes them believe that you went away and spoke to some other suppliers and actually received a better quote. And as a result, they need to seriously lower their prices in order to keep you on board. So for this supplier here, Amy Lee, she sent me a quotation with 180 by 180 blankets for $4.97 per piece. Quotation sheets are great because it shows the seriousness of the supplier, and it's a copy that you can keep for later to show proof of the price. So I'm going to reply with, "Thank you for your quotations. I will evaluate them with my team and get back to you shortly." If you counter their offer immediately, they're going to know that you're negotiating for the sake of negotiating, because no one wants to take up the first offer. So they might just give you the smallest discount, like 5 cents off, and still hope to close you rather than check their margins and offer something decent. Rule number 3 is aim to build long-term relationships. It has to be a win-win for both sides. You want to position yourself as a potential long-term business partner rather than a one-time buyer. This way, they're more likely to offer better prices and terms. Tell them that you plan to launch more products within the same brand, in the same category, and these are probably products that they already produce. And it's going to make giving you a good offer now so much more worth it for them in the long run. This is like a subtle way of letting them know that if they want their business to thrive, they need your business to survive first, which means they need to give you profitable margins now. Now, building a good relationship has to be both ways. So if you encounter a supplier like Bailey Xu here, when I sent her a very formal message asking for quotes and all I get is a "Good morning, dear friend," don't even bother putting them on the list. Rule number 4 is to always know your target price before you start negotiating. And I've created this Google Sheet right here to keep it simple. There are many softwares out there that can do this for you, but I like to keep it really simple, and this is what works for me. So first I have the average selling price of my top competitors. Then I'm going to take the FBA and shipping costs of my closest competitor as an estimate. As a general rule of thumb, you want to aim for 30% profit margins, which leaves you around 10% for PPC after it's launched, and leaving you with at least 20% in pure profit. Finally, you want to always base your customization requests after analyzing customer reviews with VOC AI. So remember how I said I want a really large burrito blanket. So when I sent my initial message to these suppliers, I asked for 3 things: the largest blanket possible, the softest they can make it, and the most high quality in terms of touch. Now, I know that I want a large blanket rather than a small blanket because I've analyzed all the reviews that every single customer has left under these product listings on Amazon and identified their sentiments. So like, what do they like and what do they not like about these blankets? Well, I haven't done that, but VOC AI has done it for me. This way, you know what existing customers like and don't like about any product that you want to sell. In my case, it's the burrito blanket. So the report told me that this is mostly bought as a gift for friends, and I know that most of the positive reviews were left because people loved how soft the blanket was. So if I want my blanket to win the sale and to get the best review, I need a really soft blanket. Some people were also complaining that the blanket size was too small. So that's why I want to try to source a blanket that is as large as possible to meet this demand of these customers. Now with this software, it means that you don't have to guess how to customize a product, what to ask for, because a lot of times people are randomly guessing these things, and that's why products fail on Amazon, because they don't know what customers want. But if you've done your homework and you've analyzed all the customer reviews with VOC AI, then you'll be hitting the bullseye for each product that you are launching. You know exactly what gaps you're filling in the market. We all know that business is all about finding a problem in the real world and providing a solution for it. And it's the exact same thing on Amazon, but with VOC AI, you just have to analyze all the reviews, identify the problem, and your solution to the problem just comes in the form of a product that is well customized to what customers really want. If you want a free trial of VOC AI, click the link in the description below. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the latest educational content on selling on Amazon and using AI in e-commerce. If you're curious about how I was able to find these manufacturers on Alibaba, how I vet them, please watch part 1 and part 2 of this burrito blanket series. My name is Ray, and I'll see you in the next video.